Signing to a rapper might seem smart, but I'm gonna show you 5 reasons why you probably shouldn't. Reason number 1 is they'll always put themselves first. You gotta think about it. A rapper, an artist is naturally just going to put themselves above you or anybody else. They're gonna put their releases, their projects above you. For example, think about Playboi Carti with his Opium label. He's got his artists, he's got Homicide Gang, he's got Destroy Lonely, he's got Ken Carson. But when they were gearing up to release his album, all eyes were on his album. They weren't on Ken Carson. They weren't on Destroy Lonely's project that dropped previously beforehand. All eyes were on deck for him. It's the same thing that goes with Cactus Jack and Travis Scott, Don Toliver, Sofego. When the Cactus Jack team knows that Travis is dropping, they're not giving any support, any eyes to their other artists. Specifically because it's that artist, Travis Scott, it's that artist who runs the label, who is the main priority. You are not. Reason number 2 as to why you probably shouldn't sign to an artist and why artists probably shouldn't be signing is you become their shadow. Fans see you as so-and-so's artist instead of your own person, which leads to a loss of identity, mystique, originality. I feel like a lot of these artists who sign to other artists are forever in the shadow of that other artist. It's different than signing to a label, right? Because if you're an artist and you sign to a label, sometimes your fans know that you're signed to that label, but a lot of the times they're just in love with you. They love your music. They love what you're doing. But what we've seen in recent time is a lot of the times when these artists sign to other artists or other people, they are forever in that shadow of that artist, like a K-Swab to a Trippie Redd, Ken Carson and Destroy Lonely to Opium and Playboi Carti. When you think Ken Carson, you will forever attach their names to Playboi Carti. And I think that some of these types of artists are breaking out of it. I think that Ken Carson is going to eventually break out of that mold. And I think all of these artists can break out of that mold. I'm not throwing shade or hating at all. But what I'm saying is, when you tie yourself to an artist from the beginning, people will really have an imprint of that artist in you, regardless of what you do. Reason number 3 is a big one to me, and it's that most artists don't know how to develop talent. They kind of develop themselves, but to an extent, artists kind of get lucky a lot of the time. So if you're signed to an artist, just because you get that cosign doesn't mean that they're gonna know how to develop your talent. It doesn't mean that they're gonna know how to develop you as a person. Being a great rapper doesn't mean that you're a great A&R. We've seen so many rap label artists fall or kind of just get forgotten. It's because artists, they don't know how to develop other artists, and it's really not their fault. Reason number 4 is you're in competition with the owner of the label. Even if subtly, if you're signed to another artist, that other artist is always gonna wanna stay on top. And as soon as you start to inch up getting bigger than them, you could probably see the support start to fiddle away. Because the reality is your success might threaten their spotlight. And they know this, and that's why they'll always help you just a little bit, but keep you at a distance and maybe not give you as much support as a regular label or you just being independent would be. An example of this would be, think of a situation where you just signed to a really big artist. Let's just say that you just signed to Drake. And Drake sees that you have talent, you have everything, and he gives you that cosign. But let's just say that your song is starting to inch up bigger than him. It's not about being a good person, it's about business. And if he sees that, he might not throw as much support in as he would before. He might even shelve you, not because he doesn't like you, but because now what used to be on par is now competition. And reason number 5 is that drama follows you. If you're signed to another artist, whatever drama, whatever beef, whatever controversy they get themselves involved in, you are also tied to. If you want long-term growth and success, then don't sign to another artist. Sign to a proper label, a proper team, or stay independent. And I mean, think about who you trust to guide your career. Because at the end of the day, again, an artist is only going to do what's best for themselves and not best for you. And some people might say like, oh no, like I would help an artist, but you got to think about it, right? If you're really successful and another artist is now under your shadow and they want to be more successful than you, that's competition. And in a business, you really don't want your competition to be doing better than you. You want to do better than them, naturally. I hope that this video is somewhat interesting to somebody. You know, I just feel like this is one of those interesting topics because I've seen recently people are talking about how Uzi should sign Molly Santana or any of these new underground artists. But there's a few factors that go into that. For one, if there's an artist who's somewhat already popping, like a Molly Santana, and they're already signed to a label, their label isn't just gonna easily let them go. And Molly and other artists are also not just going to easily let another artist give them a cosign and sign to their label because they don't want to be in the shadow of other artists. They want to be popping. Another factor is that, again, artists don't want artists to become bigger than them as much as they might feel like like they're being all nice in the beginning, you don't want your competition doing better. So I feel like Uzi, if anything, is going to sign somebody who is unknown, unique, smaller, kind of like how he was when he was coming up. But whole different topic there. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe. I've got more content coming on the way. And if you want to follow me or any of my homies, you could do that. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. It's been your boy, willarmani. Stay positive.